Hi, I want to talk about PaperBack Swap. I used to love this site and I used to use it all the time, but what it's become, I'm really disappointed and I'm really frustrated. I used it all the time, like I said, but I haven't used it in years. I started maybe 6 years ago and used it religiously, but for the last 5 years, I haven't even really, I've been there once or twice, maybe 3 times. And the reason for this is that, well, first let me say that I know that probably a lot of you have heard of it. And for those of you that haven't heard of it, I'll put the link down below. You could try it out and see how you feel about it. They've changed so many aspects of their membership, and the things that they've changed has caused them to lose people. And people aren't posting books. And it's very, very frustrating. I've noticed, even when I was a member, towards the end of when I was constantly going there, I noticed that you could only get really, really old, obscure books from there. And that's great. If you wanted to find a title and you couldn't find it anywhere else, I had remembered seeing different books when I was growing up that I wasn't allowed to get, but I loved the cover and I liked what the back of the book said, but my parents were like, no way, you're not getting that. And something would remind me of that. I'd remember that, and sometimes I could go to PaperBack Swap and find it. A lot of times you can't, because here's the thing. People don't post these books, okay? There will be books posted that, there are hundreds of thousands of copies of them. Everybody has them. There's been reprint after reprint, and they're old. They're not popular anymore. They're not things that, people want to read. They came out years and years and years ago. Even some of them, you'll be hard-pressed to find these days. But, if you want to go and you want to find, The Bird Box by Josh Malerman, which I really would like, and you want to get a good deal on PaperBack Swap and trade. Nope. All you'll see is all these different versions on the site, and it'll say, post this book, post this book, post this book. They don't have it available. You want the Lunar Chronicles? Nope. You're not going to get it. They don't have it. People don't post it. Okay? And this can be frustrating. So you're not really finding the books that you want to find. You'll get all those Stephen King and Dean Koontz and Anne Rice and all of those. But the old ones, you're not going to find anything recently out. People aren't going to trade those books, but it used to be you had half a chance of finding them because more people were posting books. And I'm guessing that they're not doing it now because of all the changes. It used to be free, and you posted a book and you said that you'd be willing to send it somebody. You send it to someone. If you pay through their system, you get an instant credit. If not, as soon as that person posts on the site that they received your book, you get a credit and you can get a book. It was like you give a book, you get a book. And I understand that that used to be free, but when I joined it was 33 cents, which was fine. I'm like, that's no big whoop, 33 cents. And so I would pay the extra 33 cents and I would get a book. And then they raised it to 55 cents and I'm like, okay, that sucks. It seems like they're going to continue raising the prices, but it's still a good deal. But then they started to make it like a membership. And if you were a la carte, you could go a la carte, and that meant you could trade books. You weren't a member, but you absolutely could not see any of their forums. You were kicked out of their forums. You could only read the posts, and there are many really good forums in there. It's not just about the books of PaperBack Swap, okay? You could go there to talk about movies. You could talk about movies based on books. You could talk about different books. There were TV show threads. It was really nice. It was interesting. But now, unless you pay their membership fee per month, you can't even go to the help sections to get help. You can't. So, and even if you have credits, like right now I have 9 credits, it doesn't matter. You still have to pay for a swap. And so I'm only using, I have one free swap, and I won't be able to have another free swap until somebody gets one of my books and I pay the postage and I send it to them. So a lot of options are taken away because you don't become a member. And then there are different memberships, like there's gold key, standard, and memberships like that. Again, a la carte, you're not welcome in any of the forums, okay? I guess one of the big things is that you could have a huge wish list if you pay the membership fee, which means you could put more on your list, and whenever they become available to you, they'll automatically send it to you if you have the credit and if you have a free swap. But the problem is what's the point of having a 500 item list, wish list, if nobody's posting any of the books that you want? I don't even think that you could make a 500 item list with what they have available at Paperback Swap. I'm telling you. Okay? Most of the books that you will want, it'll say post this book, because nobody's posting them. So, I don't even think, I'm not sure. I think I could probably still review books not paying the membership fee, but I don't even know because I haven't been there. And before I made this video, I did go and check. Now, I didn't check the reviews, but the last time I did check the reviews, I was able to see them. I didn't check it this time, but what I did was I plugged in a whole bunch of books that I would like to have. Not available, not available, not available, not available. So I don't see how they're going to attract more people to post more and more books to make it worthwhile when they're doing things that are turning people away. It's basically what's happening. I've read a lot of the consumer complaints about it, and there are thousands, well, not thousands, but almost. I mean, it's like hundreds and hundreds. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to like, you know, it's not that important to me that I would sit there for hours and hours trying to find thousands and thousands of reviews, if that makes any sense. But I did feel that I needed to discuss this because this was a good resource for me. And now it's just disappointing what it's become. But I do know there are hundreds of people that, you know, are complaining about this and saying that the issue is that people aren't posting books. And why would you pay a membership fee anyway? Just to be able to get onto forums. You can get onto other forums free on other websites. That should be something that's free. And I think it's really, really rude to make people pay just to get help for the site. That's just ridiculous. I mean, I know in this day and age people want to make money, but I don't think it's working for Paperback Swap. Not from what I see. At least it's not working for me. I mean, where are all these books that people should be posting? So I guess what I would like to hear what, you know, some other people on Booktube think, because I'm sure there's lots of people on Booktube that have tried to use Paperback Swap or are still using it. I want to know what you think. I mean, I don't want to hear comments like, I don't want to read comments. I mean, I'm not going to hear anything, duh, but I don't want to read comments like, I don't think it's that much money in this world, that's cheap. Okay, I get that, but listen to my video. That's not the thing that I'm complaining about. I'm complaining about the things that you don't get to have because you don't pay at least a $12 a month membership fee. I'm talking about there not being the books that you would want there. I mean, you can't even get like textbooks, okay? You want to get an old textbook, an old one, they're not even posted on there. So, I'll tell you, go and try it. Go and try and see what books you can get from there. If you get some really, really good books, you're lucky. It's a fluke. It'll be few and far between. I'm not saying there aren't good books available on there. I'm talking about the ones that are out now, that are popular, that you're really wanting to read. you won't find them. Go to Goodreads, make a list, and then go and try to get those books from Paperback Swap. You'll be lucky if you get 4 from that list. I'm talking about the newer ones. I'm not talking about books that are on Goodreads that are like from 1962 or even the early 80s. I mean recent ones. So I feel like it's really, really disappointing. Let me know what you think, because it's a shame. I mean, that was a really good site and a really good resource for booktubers. At least I thought it was. So I would like to, read about what you have to say. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.